What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and more work is being done. I thought I was going to have to level this house also. Fortunately, that turns out that it probably doesn't need it as much as I thought it was going to need it. I think I showed in another video this little deal. Yeah, it's a laser, self-leveling laser. And you put it in the room, and you see how unlevel it is. We could have sworn that this place was really unlevel, and I was going to need to get under it and basically jack up the house in different areas because it sits on the pier system, and you jack it up and then you put stuff in there. Turns out it's not as bad as we thought. So that is a huge way to off of my chest, because that basically means the only thing I'm gonna have to do now, finish up this stuff right here, take that wood out because it goes all the way through. Like when they framed it out, it goes all the way through. So I got my little tool here that I haven't used in a while, but yeah, it's an oscillating tool, and I got some new blades for it. And yeah, basically it'll cut in those small areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark off where I need to get it actually cut on the floorboards. I think that's what they're called, floorboards, whatever. Mark off what needs to be cut that, make it kind of line up with this, because this will be our hallway, and then cut that board down there so I can pull that out so it's just not in our way in the middle of the friggin' hallway. And then also the top part too. That was separating the rooms. And then we're going to have an open concept. No, I'm just kidding. That's what they say. That's what they say in all the shows. But we're going to have an open area, and this will be a hallway. And what's awesome about actually this and not having to level the house is once I'm done with this, essentially the next step is framing. So after I'm done with this, I will be putting up my own walls going this way to where the door is, and that will be the hallway, and then this will be an office. Everybody knows that. I've kind of said that a billion times on this channel. It'll get really old really fast if you watch this channel too much. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to put you up there so you can watch this whole process in time lapse, and it's a lot more entertaining to watch it happen really fast rather than how long it takes me, which is a lot longer in real life. But anyway, here we go. Done. Well, this part's done at least. It took me a little bit longer. I knew there was going to be nails. I just knew that the area where I was going into with that saw, there was going to be nails. And you know what? One thing that I've learned about doing this whole thing, I don't realize how much tools I actually need. And I keep running back and getting more tools from the house that we're currently living at until we actually move in here. And I keep, pretty soon, all my tools are going to be over here. I'm going to be living here, so I guess it doesn't really matter. It saves me the time. But what I could really have used was a chisel, because up here, I chisel off like some of this wood and stuff, and there's like nails and stuff that were in there that I couldn't really get to. So I kind of just manhandled it off. It was the same way down there. I'll come back with my actual chisels from home. For my toolbox, and then I'll knock off that piece of wood to make it flush, because that's basically, I didn't want to, in case we wanted to use like the baseboards and stuff like that, I'm just going to leave them intact. So I wanted to cut it. That's why I was cutting so carefully, not making a big deal. And there's going to be stuff I need to work on up here, but that's not a big deal. I got to redo this roof area anyway. Not roof, I don't know why I'm saying roof. It's not a roof, it's a freaking ceiling. Anyway, this material. Oh, also, do you like the wardrobe change? I changed like my little hat thing because this thing is a little bit better and it's kind of moisture wicking and all that. Anyway, yeah, so I got to do that. I got to change this garbage wood out. I think they're just held in by like finishing nails. Actually, there's a Phillips head right there. I might go in with my drill and start taking those screws out. Because I want to get that. That is going to change. We don't want that ceiling over here. It looks goofy. It's horribly done. Look at that seam right here. And also, I got to get in here over by the light, like I said before, relocate it, and turn it into a ceiling fan, but over this way. And yeah, and we also just don't want this board. So I think the next thing, I might get my drill out and start taking down these ceiling panels and see what we're working with over here. From just looking at it, it looks like all this stuff in this room. It's drywall. It's drywall that's up to plywood. That above that is like joists, and that's where all the wiring goes. We're changing all that out. Not all of it, but I mean, I gotta actually do some work in here, figure out where all the wiring is going. And there's stuff that needs to be changed. This needs a junction box. If anybody's out there that's an electrician, that right there is not good. That is just capped off wires in the freaking wall/ceiling area, kind of where it joins. Code says you have to have, whenever you splice or you cap off wires, it needs to go to a junction box. Actually, to tell you the truth, they messed up that too. Whoever did this house before, this is what a junction box looks like. I'll show you. And you might have seen this in the earlier part of the demo. That was sitting there. But that junction box was just behind drywall with no plate. So the way it's supposed to be done is the wires that get spliced, or capped off need to go into that box, but it has to have a plate. I'll show you what it looks like. It has to have a plate where you can access it at any time you need to. Kind of like right here by like where the stove is. See that plate? 2 screws right there. If I open that up, that is more than likely a junction box where electricity is either capped off or spliced wires right in there. You are not supposed to hide those things behind drywall, and they did it. But then again, they did that too without a junction box. It's a safety thing and it needs to be fixed. So that's going to be another thing we got to do. But that junction, it's supposed to be, your junction box is supposed to be mounted on one of these studs right here, but out where you can actually, like somewhere maybe in here or something, out where you can put a plate over it and you can access those wires at any time. It's not the way it is in some of this house. So there's going to be a lot of stuff they're going to have to work on and actually bring it up to like where it needs to be. I also got to run more electrical circuits out to the breezeway that is going to be the living area, because we just don't have enough power out there. Apparently, there's a refrigerator out that way by the garage area, and every time it turns on and something else turns on, it trips a breaker. That's just showing there's not enough power. So you got some circuits out there, and then yeah, that's basically the big thing is getting that ready, and then making sure everything's safe in here. So, but anyway, without mumbling on too much, this is what we did today. Pretty much just opened up this area so it's a flat surface both on there and there. Just made sure that this is going to be the finished hallway side. I'm going to wrap this, of course, with new drywall and stuff, and kind of come around, and then it's going to curve around and go in here, of course, like I've said a billion times. But yeah, that's what I'm working on next. I don't know what the next video is going to be, but when it comes, you'll be the first to see it. I love doing these videos. I know it's not my normal thing, but it's going to be cool to look back on and see like what we did and how far it came along. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for this week. I don't want to drag these videos on too long because I already mumble way too much. Not mumble. I just talk way too much. So I'm going to end the video for this week. Next week, you'll probably see me pulling down this roof stuff. And again, like I'll probably be wearing the same clothes because I'm making a lot of these videos on the same day. But I just don't want them like super crazy long for you. I mean, it's already boring enough to watch my stuff, but yeah. So we will see you next week. I hope you're enjoying what we're doing so far. I can't wait to actually start framing. That's going to happen very, very soon. Like I said, we don't have to re-level the house as we thought. So next thing's coming up, framing in walls, getting ready for running electrical and all that other stuff. So stay tuned.